There was some research done when I first got elected as to how many African Americans were Chief Sergeant Arms across the country. And at the time, that was 3 years ago, there were none. I was the first to be elected as Chief Sergeant Arms for a legislature. And as far as I can tell, I'm probably the first woman. They couldn't seem to find another woman anywhere. They do have Sergeant Arms in Congress. There's one for the House, and then there's one for the Senate as well. So a little bit of a trailblazer. Wasn't trying to do that, but it sort of worked out that way. When I came here, I was the only female on staff, and there was another African American male on staff who worked in the kitchen, and it was difficult. When I first came here, most of the people that I work with, the sergeants I work with, were 55 or older. I was only 22. They were because the President Pro Tem at the time, Darrell Steinberg, asked me to come back. My predecessor had been here for a long time. He'd been here for over 20 years as the chief. And the employees' morale was fairly low. There was a lot of people who, within the Senate themselves, didn't have a lot of respect for the office. I worked hard to regain the respect for the sergeant's office. Also, I'm in charge of the people that work the security at the doors. And I'm also in charge of another group that does special errands. And I worked hard to get to professionalize them. So what I did was really professionalize the staff that was under me. I have close to 100 employees, and their professional level has risen. And with that, the respect that comes with that. I come from a mother who would like to teach, and I like to do that. I like to teach people so that they can help themselves. And so coming back as sort of that teacher's mode, which is one thing I told people as to why would I come out of retirement to do this, is that I wanted people to know what the job is really about. I don't think they really knew for a number of years. That my predecessor just sort of. Well, I've been very lucky. I was here over a time where I was able to meet Muhammad Ali, Coretta Scott King. I was able to meet Jesse Jackson. A lot of people who are in the news that are famous, and like I said, including presidents, Obama. I was able to see Michelle Obama. There's a lot of things I was able to do in this job that I never would have been able to do in any other job, and I feel very fortunate to be able to do that kind of thing, to be a part of history. And that's the part of working in a building like this, is that you're a part of history, and I love that.